Thanks for joining MathieMomma.com. I'm Nova, and I'm going to be coming to you every once in a while with some insights, some thoughts, some tools and tricks around math for you to use with your students, your children, or your teachers. Today I just got done watching one of the sessions from the Building a Math Minds virtual summit. Dan Finkel has an amazing TED Talk, and if you haven't watched it, it's worth the time. It's about 15 or 20 minutes long, and it is so insightful with 5 really key aspects of math education. One of the things he talks about in his TED Talk is about how parents should think about homework. If you fight or struggle with your students, if you're a parent, check out his TED Talk and see his perspective about helping students with homework. Because really, it's not our job to teach homework as a parent. Really, it's our job to ask questions about the homework, about what they learned in class today and how that might relate to the homework. And if they don't understand the homework, then it's my job as a parent to communicate with the teacher and to find out what's going on so that we can support them. Today's session that I listened to by Dan Finkel was talking about how math is fun. And if you've engaged in math with your children or your students or your teachers, that was really fun, use the hashtag #MathIsFun in Twitter or Facebook, because math should be fun, and math is fun. But when I was listening to his session, I was thinking about the teachers that I plan with. I'm a math coach, and so I work with teachers from all over the place, and we plan together. But if I'm giving children math tools to play with, his examples were an egg carton with colored plastic eggs, and the children are just taking the plastic eggs and they're playing with the plastic eggs and they're putting them in the egg carton and they're making rows and they're making arrays and they're talking about the math. Or another example was just giving students tangrams or pattern blocks and asking questions like how many or which one's bigger. I think this is a phenomenal idea, and I tell teachers all the time, just give the children the blocks and the tools and let them play. Let them dig in and experience math. Let them ask the questions. Ask them basic questions that guide their thinking towards a mathematical conjecture. But the problem is, how do I plan for that? I just spent 2 hours today with a kindergarten teacher planning out her year of math. What are the standards? What does it mean that there's only one kindergarten standard that requires students to write? But yet they're supposed to count by 10s to 100. How do I test that? How do I assess that? We can think about giving students these opportunities to sit and play with mathematics, and we can maybe understand our standards well enough that as I'm watching the children play, I'm able to also check off which standards they're showing evidence of. I don't want standards and assessment and grading to scare us off from letting children play. So that's the point of this session today. I really just wanted to take a minute to encourage you to think about how many opportunities are you giving children in your classroom or at home, if you're a parent, to just play with math. Gather up a bunch of rocks in the backyard and put them in order by size or by weight or by color. That's so important. Our children need experience with that. Buy a game like the Math Tiny Dots game. Oh my goodness, what did Dan Finkel? Somebody comment below, what was Dan Finkel's game called? Let them play the game and don't have a point of teaching them anything. Ask them how to play the game. Here's a bunch of cards. How do you play? Just give them playing cards for that matter. Here's a bunch of playing cards. What game should we play? Let's make up a game. How do we play it? Let them discover. Let them figure it out. My fear is that school's going to start in the next month here, and we're going to start off our school year telling children about math. But that's not what math is. Math is everywhere, and math is about discovery and creation. So in those first weeks of school, let's let them discover and create. Let's let them play, and we can see if they go towards multiplication or repeated addition. Let's see if we can guide students towards some of these really key concepts and just watch and see what they already know before we've told them anything. Because at the heart of it, children are so creative and so intelligent, and all we do at school is teach it out of them. So let's inspire our students to continue to be creative. Come back here. I'm going to be sharing constant tools and tricks for how to engage students in really creative mathematical thinking. Check out UCubed, join the community. There's plenty of resources and links on my website, so look around and let's find more ways. Also, parents, if you have questions about your students' math homework that you really don't know how to support them, email me, comment below, let me know. I'd love to help you out. I'm MathieMomma, I'm Nova, and I will see you soon.